So we're starting off with the path to the Haligtree. Gonna do the Stray Mimics here, and then we have all of the Snowfield. Got Mohg and Malenia as well. I don't know what we'll end up getting through in the next hour, but we'll see. How far into this run are we? 10:21. So yeah, this will be like it'll be a longer run. I've died a lot on this run. I think I've just been too greedy with the L2s. And it's got me killed a lot. Or at least made the fights take longer. Oh yeah, and the farming. I totally forgot about the farming. That's why I can't even look at this time then, because it doesn't mean anything. So I don't remember how long it took to farm. It's probably like 40 minutes or so. That's why. I totally forgot about the farming, man. I couldn't figure out why this run was like an hour off. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't... Jesus Christ, that's gonna be annoying. My L2 also will deal, like, it will deal nowhere near that much damage. Pretty good though, don't get me wrong. All this screaming. That's a hideous sounding scream. Very well done. Go north. That's all I gotta do here. That easy. Did I... Hang on. What do I have for... Oh, I need one more golden seed. Okay, perfect. We can get that on the way to the Deathrite Bird. That won't be for a bit, but still. We'll have 14 for Malenia. Dex is at 60, we want to get 50 endurance, and then after that, I don't know. We could either do mind, or we could do strength or dex, or faith, I mean, whatever's better. I hate trying to do the L2 on these guys. Good start. I actually cannot believe I'm alive. It was a bad roll, and I figured I was gonna die, but here we are. Uh-oh. Ooh, That was close. I think I had a weird pivot there. Wasn't sure which way I wanted to go, and then I turned the other way at the last second. I couldn't roll. Get the horse down. I missed, man. Yeah, the L2 is great, basically for replacing riposts. Not on everything, but for, I think, on a lot of stuff. So we have Astel, we have the Invader, and then we got Mohg after that. And then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Snowfield bosses. Or is it 6? I think it's 5. Yeah, that's at 50. I don't know if I ever found another talisman for this slot that I like. This'll work though. I'm curious to see how this does with Rite, because I feel like we're gonna be constantly getting staggered. How much points does this have? 7, 11, 24. It's like not horrible. It's just not as good as the Crucible Knight set. And the Crucible Knight set's not the best, I just don't have anything better. And won't, because I'm not really going out of my way to find armor. But I just hope we can get at least the first part of the L2 off. That's the thing I'm concerned with for Rite. Because there's no way we're getting the second part off. Not a chance. I wonder if this guy will go through this door. It's probably fine. No, I doubt that's fine. He's gonna end up in this room. Stay there. Stay. Like the Crucible Knight set, just wish you could change his colors. Yeah, I wish you could do more with the armor in this game. Bummer that you can't. Yeah, it's a bad idea. I was gonna go for a hit there, but decided against it. One stagger in this fight would be over. Not gonna get it. Probably. Maybe? Nice. Please hit. Thank you. In a perfect spot too, because the portal's right here. Hey, White Snake. Not much, dude. How are you doing? See how this invader fight goes. I think like the NPC fights generally are okay as long as you hit with the first L2. You can stun them, hit them with the second. The third part of it is kind of hard. I should say like the first L2, right? Because the first two attacks are part of the first L2. Like this is all one L2, and then this is the second one. Oh, never mind. He canceled me out of it, I think. He almost killed me too, I just realized. Took a lot of health down. Damn it, man. Just got home, how about you? Just Godslaying some Greatsword? Something like that. Godslaying with Greatswords. Godslaying with the Godslayer's Greatsword. I don't know why I'm getting this. I never get this. Don't think Elden Beast will enjoy this weapon? Yeah, probably not. Didn't we like destroy Elden Beast? I think in New Game we killed like 75% of Elden Beast's health in like 20 seconds. And then it took forever because Elden Beast just kept running away to get the rest of it down. There are differences in New Game Plus and Elden Ring. Never tried New Game Plus? No, there's not. Unfortunately. Just health and damage values for enemies. That's pretty much it. To me, Elden Ring might be the most disappointing New Game Plus, because at least, like, everything before Dark Souls 2 gets significantly harder in New Game Plus. DS2 obviously is very different. DS3 is, like, kind of different. There's new rings, that's about it, though. Bloodborne definitely gets harder. What are we doing here? 804... 803. Go Strength, then. It's such a bummer, too, because, like, New Game Plus in Armored Core was sick. And I don't think it was really even New Game Plus, it was just, like, new missions after your first playthrough. Because I don't think the enemies were necessarily harder, except for on the new missions. I don't think the rest of the game was harder. But it's tough to compare it to Armored Core, because it's such a different system than Souls games are. But you also have Sekiro, which changes... Well, it doesn't really change stuff in New Game Plus, but it's got alternate endings. And I always say alternate endings are cool, but they would also suck for what I'm doing. Just keep running. The thing that was happening in Dark Souls 1 where my character just slows down while I'm running has not happened yet. in this game. So I think that's just a DS1 thing. Also, if we finish this run today, we're going to start a new Dark Souls 1 run tomorrow. Start a new game with a new game plus, you mean? Melted Market in like 5 hits? Yeah, it's a very good sword. Criminal, some might say. If you play PvP, maybe. I don't know. Is it good in PvP? I imagine it would be. It's probably not like busted or anything. That's unlucky. Good damage though. 2,000. I got too reliant, I think, on the L2 in this for this weapon. Like, I have to remember that I don't need to do it. Duo? Duo? Uh-oh. That's hurt. Yeah, I wanted to hit him when he was... No, I gotta heal because I was already down a little bit of health. I wanted to hit him when he was doing the countdown, but I just couldn't because just bad timing, I guess. I was trying to dodge other stuff. Unlucky. This is the attack I want. It's just a little too slow. I don't know if this is a good idea, but we're doing it. Mohg's a beast? Yeah, Mohg's a cool fight. It's my favorite fight in the game. Do you plan on watching Game Awards at all? Yeah, of course. I'm not gonna stream it, but I'll watch it. What are we doing now? We're going back to the Snowfield. I mean, the Game Awards now are really just an upcoming game show. It's not really focused on awards anymore. They give away like 10% of the awards on stage. And then they just show trailers the entire time. And then bring out random celebrities. And I haven't been watching the awards show for that long. I've only watched like the last few years. So I don't know if it was always like that. Or if that's just a more recent thing. Because it's just a lot bigger now. Still exciting? Yeah. No, it's definitely cool to see the trailers. But the awards part of it is kind of lackluster. Only started watching last year? Well, then you should know that 5-minute speeches are not the norm. Or whatever Christopher Judge did. 13, what about Dex? 13 as well. Oh. Go Strength. December 7th? Yeah, we're less than a month away. Well, he backed away. Coward Imp. Can you hit the imp, please? Forked Hatchet. 13th is when they're announcing the nominees. Okay. It's exciting. 4 days. I am incredibly curious to see what they have for Game of the Year. Because there's just so many things that could be nominated, and I just don't know what they're going to cut it down to, or if they're even going to cut it down. There were just so many AAA titles this year. I don't think Starfield will be there. I don't know, man. Like, who knows? I don't think it deserves Game of the Year, but... Oh my god, I hate you. Where's the cleaner on night? Is it up here, or did it fall down? I think the one complaint I've heard the most about Starfield is it just feels soulless. Which isn't that surprising given the nature of a game with procedurally generated objects, you know? But I think people were just saying the story was kind of bland. Figured this guy would stagger more from Colossal Greatswords, but what do I know? That's unfortunate. I couldn't even do anything, man. I was stuck for like 2 seconds. This guy is such a troll. That's like a Bloodborne-esque death right there, where you just get knocked down and then you can't do anything. That kind of thing happens all the time in Bloodborne. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting an L2 off here, though. That's the wrong way. Why does it have you facing the wrong way? Usually when you hit a portal, after you beat the boss of a dungeon, it takes you, like, it faces you towards the outside. What do we have next? We have the Avatar, and then Theodorix, Cave of the Forlorn, and the Deathrite Bird. Then the Haligtree after that. I feel like we have too much to do to actually finish in another hour and a half, unfortunately. But maybe if everything goes well, like, it won't take that long. I don't remember if I can do an L2 here or not. Maybe the first part of it. Not the second part, though. No. Ain't dying to fall damage? Me too. Oh, great. Everyone's favorite attack. Theodorix. I'm still blown away that the magma worm in Runestream Precipice, his name is Makar. Like, I didn't think that was his name. I still don't actually know if it's his name, but it must be his name. I just figured it was like a title or something. Like Magma Worm King or Magma Worm Prince. He's a Magma Worm Makar. That's what I figured it was, but I'm pretty sure that's his name. It's just not like a name, you know? I didn't think anything of it. But it makes sense in the context of the Magma Worms, because this one's Theodorix. Yeah, so you drop 6 feet and you break your ankles. Yep. Drop 7 feet and you just outright die. DS2's the same way, honestly. Elden Ring kinda does something similar, though. Where, like, you can drop, like, 22 feet. I'm just throwing a number out there. It's not actually 22. Maybe it is, but... And, like, you lose a little bit of health. And then you drop 23 feet and you die. Oh, that's bad. Don't knock me into lava. Heal. Ooh, that was close. That would have killed me 100%. Oh, nice. Sick. Complete 100 shrines in Tears of the Kingdom. Nice. That wasn't too bad. A little scary on that one hit, but it's alright. Alright, let me in here, please. And Octopus. I have to farm these things on the Anvilista run. It's been fun. There's actually one in Limgrave that's not too bad to kill, but it still takes like probably 12 Great Bolts to kill him. I think I have a strat I want to do for that fight, but it's gonna suck to do. 824, 824, 822. We'll go strength. It's basically going to require getting counter hits whenever Rykard casts Rykard's Rancor. The problem is he doesn't do it for like 30 seconds. So that fight's going to actually be like an hour long. It's gonna suck. But I'm hoping to hop on that run next week. We'll see, though. I did a little practicing yesterday, trying to just get the mechanics down for how I want to do it. I need to get Exalted Flesh, too. Blood Boil Aromatics, Exalted Flesh. I ended up picking Flame Garmy Strength, finally. Can't believe I didn't get it. I thought I already had it, but apparently I did not. And you need to do, I think it's like 1409 damage per Great Bolt to actually kill him in New Game Plus, and I'm dealing like 1300 in Phase 1, but in Phase 2, on a counter hit, you can hit for like 2000. Hit it with the Flame doesn't grant me strength. Me too. Can I get an L2 off? Is possible? Oh, Hyper Ever. Oh, he missed. Uh-oh. That's bad. Take that. How did he get that sword? I have no idea, man. Maybe Radagon left it with him or something. What sword? The... what's it called? Whatever the Misbegotten Crusader has. Like the Golden Order Greatsword or something? You get it from that guy? Yeah, well, how did he get it, though? It's funny, you get so many legendary colossal... I guess they're all colossal swords, right? From the Misbegotten. Grafted Blade Greatsword, the Ruins Greatsword, that one. Pre-order bonus. Yeah, where am I? Is it Grace? Hello? It's over here. What's the fourth one? Are you ever going to post anything on Twitch stories? I don't use the mobile app, so no. I will not. You only use mobile? Sorry for your loss. Yo, get up! Climb up! Thank you. Now wait. I'm sure we're fine here. That was close. I don't like... I was gonna say, I didn't like the look of that one. Alright, we gotta go. Please, let me live. I'm probably gonna die for this, because I can't move. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just do the old-fashioned way. That's like 5. Like bringing Latenna here. Yeah, I never do. I haven't done her quest in like probably since one of my early playthroughs. I've just had no need to do it really. Oh, okay, never mind. He's going that way. These feet are scary, man. San Hamilsa was not that far from Malenia. A little, I guess. Yeah. Come on, man. Really? Probably need like one more. Should be enough. Okay, you better not pop up again, I swear to God. It's happened before. Alright, nighttime. Yeah, that list isn't super up to date. It's probably like 2 weeks old, I think. You've yet to play DS2? Like, ever? You've played DS2 before. Right? On your PlayStation. You will not play DS2? Confirmed DS2 hater in the chat. You've at least tried it before, right? If you tried it and you don't like it, that's one thing. But there's a lot of people who just don't even try it. And they're just like, this game is bad. Because they hear other people say that. Oh, that's not gonna... We're going this way, and hopefully we don't die. We died. Oh, I lived! You see how much damage that did? That was almost all of my health. One hit. This death ray bird is terrifying. Damn it. Seen enough of other people's playthroughs? Okay, I'll give you that one. It's a little more credible than at least, like, not, you know, not watching it. Where are we going, Warden? Either way, though, I think it definitely, gets an unfair beating. Like, the DLCs are really good in DS2. Level design is solid. Bosses are generally good. Some bad ones, some really bad ones, but... Genuinely enjoyed DS2 more than DS1, you're probably not alone in that. It's probably a more popular opinion than you think. I think DS1 a lot of times just has the nostalgia effect, honestly, because it's just a super clunky game. And I love DS1, don't get me wrong. But it is clunky as hell. I think it's appropriate that DS3 gets a remake. DS3 does not need a remake. Did I get the thing there? I actually don't even remember. Is that lit? Does that look lit to you? That looks lit. Dude, Bloodborne doesn't even need a remake, and people are like yammering for one for that. Bloodborne just needs a 60 FPS patch or a remaster. But the last thing we need is to go all Last of Us on DS3. You prefer DS3 to Elden Ring? I think there's a number of people who do because of like how big Elden Ring is. So I get that. I think the boss design in DS3 is definitely overall better. Although there's probably more I like fighting in Elden Ring, but like there's a lot of just kind of like easy bosses. But the one thing I hate about DS3 is the world. I can't, it literally like knocks it down to like the bottom of my list. It's just so boring and so linear. Like, give me DS2 over DS3. Gameplay-wise, it's better. Like, you can't deny that gameplay-wise, DS3 is better than DS2, but the world just, like, absolutely ruins it for me. You like it? I mean, sure, a lot of people do. It's a much more focused game, I get that. But I like more open stuff. Like, in terms of the world, Elden Ring and DS3 couldn't be any more different. One's a big, very colorful, very open world, and the other one is a smaller, more focused, very gray world. And the gameplay is so similar, honestly, between them. I'm so dead here, by the way. Oh, maybe not. Oh. Damn it. Maybe put the physic on. Forgot to do that. Let's do this one. Bubble tier. Ants 1, low max 0. Yeah. Unfortunately, ants are ruthless. They do so much damage to you, and they just are like half the width of this tree trunk or branch. That attack right there, if I didn't have the bubble tier, would probably just kill me. Because you lose so much health falling. Oh, please, dude, don't do it. Well, he did it, but luckily I was past the gap. Hello? Okay, we're fine. Nothing happened. History is just that game, but sadly it was contested to Titanfall 2 and Overwatch 1. What game of the year? In 2016? I think Overwatch at this point was just so big. Gotta say, if Elden Ring came out this year, I don't know if it would have won Game of the Year. Last year was kind of easy just because there wasn't a whole lot. But there's just so many this year. Damn, dude. Yeah, Ragnarok, pretty much. I think everyone knew it. Like, yeah, obviously there were other things that were nominated, but everyone, I think, knew it was pretty much going to be one of those two games. Okay, let's do this. Maybe I could have done the follow-up there. Everyone on TikTok is beefing if Tears of the Kingdom or Spider-Man 2 will win, but I think it's Baldur's Gate 3. Wait, you got converted to thinking it's Baldur's Gate 3? You know it's Baldur's Gate 3? I mean, who knows, man? Like, who really knows? And honestly, it doesn't matter anyways. BG3 doesn't BG3 have the 18 plus thing? Probably. I mean, before you even start the game, it asks you if you want nudity or not. It's a lot of banging in that game. What, the sex speedrun? I know about it. Also, did you censor yourself? How did someone do that in 2 minutes? Power of speedrunning. But actually, I have no idea. You purposely censor yourself? I don't actually know if you're kidding or not. I don't know why that would be censored. Don't really like talking about the topic? Fair enough. The S word. Unlike the R word. We don't talk about that word. That's why I didn't say it. Oh, let's get the Dragon Crest Great Shield. Don't talk about the word that rhymes with fizz. Okay, which one that rhymes with fizz, though? I'm just kidding. I'll stop. No! Oh no, we're fine. Okay, we're not so fine, actually. God, I hate this part. These guys do so much damage. Brother. Whitesnake didn't even type the word I was thinking of. Wording on the talisman's misleading? What does it say? Enormously boosts physical damage negation. Does it not do that? It's probably not enormous, but it's like more than the Dragon Crest shield or whatever it is. I assume. Damn, that doesn't stagger her. Bummer. Wonder if it hits her there. Who is this person? Which person? Oh, that's unlucky. Was this lady? Hopefully we will never know. Surely we'll never hear her name. What? Ah, no, that was my fault. I still don't know if you can jump that or not. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's kind of hard to hit her with the L2. Oops. Not my best Malenia fight. We're still alive, though. Okay, not for long. Jesus, stop it. It's fine. That's not fine. Oh my god, I hate everything. Might as well just start this over. It's been a pretty bad attempt. Hey Lucy, morning. Oh, that actually got her into phase 2, sick. Well, she won't say her name now. She doesn't say her name in phase 2, I'm pretty sure. Please work. Didn't work. Bummer. That's not good. I screwed that up so badly. God, the range, man. It always gets me. Like, I think I'm fine, and then she just gets a hit in. Okay, maybe she'll flower here and then we can win. I missed. Didn't miss, she just got iframes apparently. Okay, no more healing. Oh, what? I rolled, dude. Game's lying. Okay, she's dead. Oh, no healing, right. That's a really bad Malenia. Awful Malenia. Can you take so little damage on New Game Plus? I have this, and I think this armor is actually like pretty decent. There, we're going back to the mountaintops. Okay, so if we get to, I don't know, like what do we need to finish in the next hour? Really a lot needs to go right. Pretty much everything has to go right. I mean, I've done this run so many times, I know where everything is. It's like useless for me to pick up the maps. There's some exceptions, like if I have to do crafting and I need to like find like a certain area on the map that I don't normally go to, then I'll get it, but it's pretty rare that that happens. 43. 44. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense because we're two-handing this, so we hit the soft cap. I think 40 or something. I don't know. I can't see. But yeah, if we finish this run, we're gonna roll another DS1 run for tomorrow after the Straight Sword Hilt. Which I think at this point I'll just finish it no matter what. I think all I'm gonna do now is just jump attacks, try and get staggers, and then as soon as I get stagger something, just weapon art. Please don't die. Unlucky. Had like 1 HP. Really 1 hit. There we go. Good old belly bump. Do have Rite cards still. Ooh. I don't know how long Rite card's gonna take. Alright, I'll do Borealis. Hopefully this won't be bad with Black Flame. I still don't even know what type of physical damage this is. I don't even know if it has a type. Like, I don't think it's slash, I don't think it's strike. Got one thing. Snoozing ads. You can snooze ads up to 3 times in an hour, but it takes like 3 hours to get your snoozes back. 1 hour per snooze, I should say. This damage is good. I'm so used to having like miserable Borealis fights because it's very resistant to slash damage. This is actually really good. Don't go up. Thank you. Nice. Perfect. Okay, now just Vike. And then Ancient Hero after that. Then Fire Giant. He might be tricky. I don't know if my poise is good enough to outlast his stuff. Oh, nice. Damn. Have a risk rain too? Nice. No, stop it, Vike. Cease. Right card could be really quick or really slow depending on whether or not the L2 actually hits. Now I kind of wish I got more mind for that fight. I think I'll go like 3 blue flasks or something. It's still level up mind a little bit, but we're not gonna get much more. I think we can finish from here in like another hour though, depending on if I die or not. also have to play safer. Okay, we got Bloodborne after. After we're done with this run, we'll also roll... I'll do it probably after Bloodborne. I'll roll the DS1 run. The DS1 run will be chosen from whatever, like, not from the things you guys have picked. Because this is a random DS1 run. Like, the request is for a random DS1 run. I think the weapons I requested for DS1 is Dragon Greatsword and Broken Straightsword and the Sniper Crossbow. Don't forget that one. The Broken Straightsword is pretty much going to be a little better than the Straightsword hilt. Not like a ton better, but... So I chose this non-eligible. Yeah, because the next run is going to be DS1. The next run we roll after, anyway. Because I'll probably finish the DS1 run before Bloodborne, so I can't replace it with DS1. Or I won't. I could do whatever I want, really, with that, but I don't want to do the same game back to back. I think Fire Giant we can get a lot of L2s off on. Placidus Axe probably too. Sewer Mohg maybe. Elden Beast, most likely. Let's level up here. Do Mind, actually, here. Instead of Strength or Dex or whatever.